Morning, students. My name is CHSV Prasad Rao, and I am working as senior lecturer in electrical engineering department at Government Polytechnic Yadgirkutta. As we are continuing with the subject AC motor, in this chapter, in this lesson, the fourth chapter is characteristics of three-phase induction motor. So, in this case, last class we have noted the how we have to conduct no load test and Brockle rotor test. So, why we will conduct the test? How we will conduct the test? So, which type of data we can get from this result, and why we will use this data? So, we have covered in the last class, and we have noticed and how to draw the performance curves also. Okay, and here to know the performance, what we have to do, we have to draw the circle diagram. How we can draw? By using the data result of no load test and blocked rotor test, we can draw the circle diagram. Not only that, another advantage of this two test is we can draw the equivalent circuit by using these test result also. So how we can conduct the test? For conducting the no load test, we have to keep the rotor at no load, that is at open circuit, and we have to apply the rated voltage. So when we apply the rated voltage, then we can take the readings of voltmeter, ammeter, and wattmeter. So by checking the as it is on no load, that is rotor is on open circuit. When the rotor is on open circuit, then it draws very less current from the supply. So that current is called no load current, and it draws very less power as rotor current is zero, and the power which is drawn from the supply is utilized to supply constant losses and stator copper losses, which is given by the wattmeter reading. So so from this reading we can calculate no load reactance x naught and reactance r naught and x naught also, which is used to calculate the equivalent circuit of a induction motor. So the ammeter I naught gives the no load current, which is a combination of core loss component and magnetizing component. So these two also we can calculate from these tests. By using this test, we can draw the performance curve. So how we can calculate the performance curve? By drawing the circle diagram. So we can use this circle diagram to calculate different parameters. Different parameters. So let us take one problem on circle diagram. So what he given? He given a 400 volts, 40 HP, 50 hertz, 4 pole delta connected induction motor has the following test result. So what is the test he given? He given no load test. So here you can notice what is the voltage reading, that is 400 volts. So that means the no load test is conducted at a rated voltage. So 20 amps is the no load current and 1200 watts it shows the no load input. So and next he given blocked rotor test. So what he given for this blocked rotor test? He given 100 volts, 45 amps, and 2800 watts. So the blocked rotor test is conducted. How the blocked rotor test is conducted? The blocked rotor test is conducted by blocking the rotor, that is which is equivalent to short circuit test of a transformer. Where is in transformer? What we will do? We will short circuit the secondary. But in case of induction motor, we will block the rotor by using belt. What we will do by using belt? We will block the rotor. After blocking the rotor, we will apply the small voltage until it shows the rated current. As it is blocked, the rotor is blocked, so it will get rated current at very small voltage. You can see here one fourth of the voltage. After applying one fourth of the voltage, that is at 100 volts only, it got 45 amps and power is 2800 watts. And so what is this one? This one is the copper losses on the rotor side. And if you see the core losses, as the voltage is less, we can neglect the core and losses, that is hysteresis and eddy current losses. So what we have to do now? We have to draw the circle diagram and we have to determine what we have to determine. We have to determine line current and power factor for rated output, and we have to calculate maximum output and maximum torque and full load efficiency and full load rotor speed. And he given assume stator and rotor losses are equal at a standstill. So what we have to do? By using these two, we have to draw the circle diagram. From this diagram, we can calculate all these values. Actually, we can calculate these values by using formulas also. with the depend on slip, but the same values can be calculated without using any formulas, just by drawing the circle diagram. So in this case, what we have to do? In this case, first we have to draw the circle diagram, and after that we have to calculate all these parameters. So before drawing the circle diagram, we have to take the values of no load and block rotor test. So first write the given data for no load test. For no load test, what he given? He given current, and he given wattmeter reading, and he given wattmeter reading. So from this, for no load test, he given voltmeter reading, ammeter reading, and wattmeter reading. So from this we can calculate the power factor. So that is cos phi is equal to W by root 3 V into I. So that is equal to V W not value. Value is what is the W value here? 1200 by 20 here. 1200. So here 1200 by root 3, 400 into what is the current? Current is 20. Actually, you have to write the year given data. I forgot to write, but whenever before starting the solution, you have to write the given data. So write the given data here. So ammeter, voltmeter, and wattmeter you have to write here. I naught is equal to 20 amps, V1 is equal to 400 volts, and W naught is equal to 1200. Like that, here also you can substitute. Then you can get a value of 0.087. So pi is equal to cos inverse of 0.087. That is 85 degrees. So current. So current scale. So here I naught is how much? I naught is 20 amps. So we have to assume the current scale. How much you want to take? Here I am assuming 1 centimeter is equal to 10 amps. Maybe you get doubt why we are taking the current scale. If you don't take the scale, how you can draw 20 amps in centimeters? So here why we are taking scale? Why? Because in graph sheet we have to draw. In graph sheet it is in centimeters. One block is in 1 centimeter. So what we have to so we have to convert this current amps into centimeter. How we can convert? So current scale 1 centimeter is equal to 10 amps. So I naught is equal to, which is nothing but a OA, that is equal to 20 by 10. So that is 2 centimeters at an angle of 85 degrees. So we have to draw this angle 85, we have to take with reference to the vertical axis, that is OX, sorry, OY, vertical axis, voltage vector. Now draw a line OA at an angle of 85, lags behind voltage V1. So how it is? It is like this. You can see here OA lagging by pi naught, which is nothing but a 85, And this, what is the length of OA? Anyone can tell? That is 2 centimeters. So here one thing, some people where we do the mistake means they will take some people will take here like this 2 centimeters. Or some people will take 2 centimeters like this, which is wrong. This is 2 centimeters we have to take at an angle of 85 with vertical axis, that is V1. I hope this is clear for everyone. First you have to draw x-axis and y-axis. Then you draw at 85 the vector OA, that is 2 centimeters. This is from no load test. Next, you take blocked rotor test. So for blocked rotor test, first we have to calculate short circuit current at normal voltage. So that is ISN. So ISN is equal to ISC into V1 by VSC. So this is short circuit current at rated voltage. So that is 45 into 400 by 100, that is 180 amps. So now we have to draw this 180 amps on the graph sheet. So how we have to draw? What is the current scale we assumed? Here we are not going to take any new scale. We will use the same scale as we used for no load test. That is 1 centimeter is equal to 2 amps. So this scale, current scale 1 centimeter is equal to 2 amps. We have to take throughout the circle diagram. So that is OB. That is OB. So that is 180 by 10. How much? That is 18 centimeters. So we have, what is this 18 centimeters? That is OB. Now we have to draw OB at an angle. So which angle? That is pi s. We have to calculate short circuit angle also. The same way, cos pi s is equal to WSC by square root of V1 VSC by ISC. So WSC is equal to root 3 VSC ISC cos pi SC. So cos pi SC is equal to WSC by root 3 VSC ISC. See here. Therefore, cos pi SC is equal to WSC by root 3 VSC ISC. So that is 2800 by root 3 into 100 into 45. So which gives a value of, everyone has calculator? Do this one. 2800 by root 3 into 100 into 45. What is that value? That is, how much you got? That is 0.359. So pi SC is equal to cos inverse of 0.359. So that is 59 degrees. Now you draw OB. OB. that is from origin O at an angle of 69 degrees, that is OB. Next, what we have to do after drawing OB? After drawing OB, we have to join A and B. So the line OB represents short circuit current with normal voltage, which is ISN is equal to how much? 18 centimeters, where pi SC is equal to 69 at an angle of 69. So lines AB and OB are shown like this. So what we have to do? We have to draw OB, OB and join AB. Okay, it shows draw I naught and ISN with their angles phi naught and phi SE lagging the vertical axis V1. So after drawing that one, from point A, you draw a parallel line to x-axis. Parallel line to x-axis. After drawing this parallel line, we have to bisect the line AB. As I told in the last class, we have to bisect it to get the center of the circle. So, to input, so what we have to do here? So we have to bisect the line AB. So how you can bisect? You can take a compass and take a radius which is more than half of the radius, like this. Put here one edge and more than half and draw arcs on both side of AB. On both side of the AB you draw arc, and with the same radius with B as center and draw another two arcs which cuts the previous arcs and join these two. Then we will get bisecting line AB and extend that one that will cuts the this horizontal line AD and mark that point as C. So now you take C and A as radius and draw a semicircle which goes like this. From A it goes like this and it touches the point B. It has to touch the point B. If it is not touching, that means it is going above the point B or below the point B, means you have done some mistake while drawing the circle diagram. And here it will cut the D. So that is ABD circle diagram. So next, the short circuit input power WSN is equal to 2800 into 400 by 100 whole square. So which is 44,800 watts. So the power scale is equal to, so here what you have to do when you draw the semicircle, you draw the vertical lines from point A and point B. When you draw the vertical lines, you, the B point cuts the AD line at point E. So measure BE, which is nothing but a this one 6.8. To calculate the power scale, this power by the scale 6.8, then it gives 6588 watts. So this is the power scale. Power scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 6588 watts. So this is the distance what we taken, that is Bg is equal to 6.8. So full load output is equal to 40 HP. So that is 40 into 735.5, that is 29,420 watts. So on power scale, how you can represent this power full load output divided by power scale. So what we have the power scale, in power scale, that is 6588. Then it will get a centimeter of 4.46 centimeters. So which is nothing but we have to increase that vertically from point B. We have to increase the length, that is 4.46. So that is BL. So GB is increased upward, that is BL is equal to 4.46 centimeters. After getting this L point, what we have to do, as I told in the last class, from this from point L we have to draw a parallel line to output line AB. Output line AB. So which cuts the circle diagram at 2 points, that is before and after. We have to take first half of the portion and mark that point as P, and next join the points OP. So now what we have to do, as I told, draw LP parallel to output line AB. And this line cuts the circle diagram at point P, which is called operating point. So OP represents full load current. See here, this is the BL which we have extended. So what we done? We done AB. So first what we have to do? We draw OA, and after that OA at an angle of pi naught. Listen here carefully. Once again I am repeating this. How to draw a circle diagram? First you draw vertical axis and horizontal axis, that is OX and OY. So from I naught, that is OA, draw at an angle of pi naught, and next draw OB at an angle of pi SC. Now you join the two lines A and B. After joining A and B, now you have to bisect the line AB. How you have to bisect? Take a compass and take radius more than half and draw true arcs. on both side of the AB, like this, here and here. Next, with the same radius from B as center, draw another two arcs which cuts the first arc, that is here and here. Now join these two. When you join these two, it cuts the AD line at point C. Now C as center and AC as radius. Draw a semicircle which passes through point B, which passes through point B. Now A B D represents a semicircle. Represents a semicircle. Now from B draw vertical line, that is BG. You measure this one. You got 6 point how much?